the part about being a messenger that nobody talks about is oftentimes you're going to get a message that ain't nobody going to want to mess with. But you still got to tell it anyway, because guess what? I'm not going to be disobedient to God. That ain't something you want to do. So I'm going to tell it like it is. Now, as I was riding, I was hearing the message to right your wrongs, people. Whether you're doing wrong now, whether you did wrong yesterday, or whether you did wrong 15 years ago, you have got to right your wrongs, because what people fail to realize is that karma is real. Consequences are real. And just because it did not affect you, you never know. It could affect your kids. It could affect your kids' kids. And who would want that? Like, you're literally contaminating your bloodline by doing wrong. So you're being asked to right your wrong. So now, I'm going to tell you a story. And what we're going to do is, to help you understand it better, because a lot of people don't really like to read the Bible, because they don't really understand all that language. So me being me being T, me being who I am, I'm going to break it down so you can understand it, okay? So then what we're finna do, we're finna tell you the story in 2 Samuel. About King David, okay? So, King David was an amazing leader of Israel. I'm talking about, bro, was high and mighty. He had all the money, the land, whatever he wanted, he had it. He had a strong army that fought battles for him. I'm talking about, he was that guy for real in real life. King David, remember that name? All right? So, then you had Bathsheba. We're going to call her Baby for the story's sake. And Baby was married to Uriah. We're going to call him Young You, okay? Now listen to this. One day, King David was outside on his rooftop. Now how you know the man got money? Because who got a rooftop they can just step outside on? I know I don't. But anyway, he was outside on his rooftop, right? Supposed to been out there working. Really, he out there lurking. So then he looked down and he see who? Baby. Baby out there in the garden, she out there bathing. Now, you know, in order for people to bathe, they got to have their clothes on. So King David was looking like, golly, ooh, baby look good. I want me a piece of that. So King David sent one of his messengers, tell Baby, come holler at me. The thing about it is, though, y'all remember, Baby is married to Young You. Now, Young You is one of King David's most loyal men. I'm talking about, he fight for David. He fight in David's army, Young You. Whatever David say do, Young You gonna do, because he is so loyal to David. Now, Young You in battle right now. He away. He in battle. He fight. He had no idea that King David is trying to slide up on Baby, his wife. So anyway, long story quick, the man go tell Baby, hey, the king want to see you. Now, Baby gone prance up down to the king. Next thing you know, Baby and King David, they having an affair, y'all. I'm talking about they getting it in. Y'all know the sneaky link. They getting it in real life. So, what happens from getting it in? Baby is pregnant. So David, he tripping. I don't know, maybe he had him a cigarette. That man tripping, because finally, you know, she don't got, what y'all expect? That's what y'all doing. Y'all know what come from there. She don't got pregnant, so King David like, okay, I got to come up with a plan. And he was like, I got the best plan. I know what to do. He said, I'm going to call Young You, and I'm going to say, bruh, I need for you to come home and be with your wife. You ain't got to fight no more. Just come home and be with your wife. Because King David thinking that if Young You come home and be with Baby, his wife, then Young You and Baby going to start getting it in. And then he can act like that baby is Young You baby. Because King David ain't want nothing to do with it. Like, he ain't trying to tarnish his name for real. So, he run that by Young You. Remember, Young You is his most loyal servant, y'all. He is his most loyal. Young You is King David's most loyal soldier. Young You was like, nah, King, I can't do that. Like, I ain't finna come home like you need me. I'm not finna come home. I know you need me in that battle, like in that war. So King David was like, facts, you know, you're right. So King David like, that plan didn't work, so I'm gonna have to come up with another plan, because I need Young You to come home and be with Baby, so I can say that baby is not mine. That baby is Young You. Come on, remember, Baby and Young You married. Okay, here it is, babe. So King David was like, let me come up with something else. So must I mind you, Young You, he in the battlefield, he fighting. So King David was like, I'm gonna give Young You instructions to go to the most dangerous part on the battlefield. I know if bro go there, bro gonna get killed. That's how King David thinking now. He know, now you know this wrong. Like, you finna set this man up. Like, you really done backdoor this man. And now you finna set him up. You finna set Young You up. So then, boom. King David put Young You on the front line. The battle, the most dangerous place in the world. And get what? Young You died, y'all. They killed my boy. R.I.P. Young You, long live Young You. But listen, they killed her. So here go Baby. She cried, oh, my husband, oh, my husband. At this point, nobody really don't know she prayed for it, but she cried, oh, my husband. So who come in? King David. Oh, baby, it's going to be all right. Everything going to be okay. Like, we don't know y'all been messing around, but everything going to be okay. And get what? King David done married Baby. Like, how cold is that, bro? You know you doing wrong. The crazy part about it is you think you getting away with it. You slick with it for real. So, boom. God just up there looking. He paying attention to all this. So, what God do is he send Nathan. We going to call that boy Nate. He sent Nate to go talk to King David and let King David know that he know what's up. So, Nate go down there talking to King David. And Nate, you know, Nate like a little storyteller. He telling King David a story about a rich man that took a poor man's only lamb and all that. So King David like, no, Nate, that happened for real? Like, no, he need to be punished. You need to punish that dude. If he did that, you need to punish him. Then Nate was like, bro, the man I'm talking about is you. I just made up a story, but it's you. You the one did. So now David's shaking. He nervous because he know what he done did was wrong. And he know that God been watching him. And he know that God know what's up. So basically, you know, he know that he done got caught. He couldn't even plead the fifth for real because he know what he done did. So, y'all, this way it get deep. This way it get rough, y'all. So, Baby, she ended up having that baby. We know that King David baby. And she competing on Young You because Young You ain't never come home from battle to lay up with her. So, we know that ain't none of his baby. So, she held the baby, y'all. Once again, consequences. Karma. Like, they had to suffer the consequences. And unfortunately, karma came around and the baby got real sick. Like, the baby got so sick. And unfortunately, y'all, the baby passed away. Like, I'm talking about the baby passed away, y'all. That is so sad. So now they're mourning, they're grieving because it wasn't supposed to be like this. But only thing he had to do was do right from the beginning. So then, you know, King David being who he was, you know, he realized that he did wrong. So what he did, he went and repented. He went before God. He cried out. He begged for forgiveness. You know, asking God to forgive. You know, like, God, I'm sorry. I know what I did was wrong. I want to make it right. It won't happen no more. You know, God is forgiving God. He is forgiving God. But oftentimes we have to suffer the consequences for our actions. It just is what it is. Like, you do wrong, you're going to get wrong in return. You put out good, you're going to get good in return. So later on, you know, David, he did what? He right his wrongs. Bathsheba got pregnant again. At this point, they married. You know, everything good now. And then they had Solomon, who went to be one of the richest men ever. But that's a whole nother story for a different day. Now, if y'all like for me to break these Bible stories down like this for y'all so y'all can understand it on a different level, from a different perspective, let me know. And I have more on the way. Peace.